Good morning, everybody. Your host, Badoo. I'm just letting you know we're going to start a new series here talking about Farm Together, a nice peaceful simulation farm game that I've been playing here recently. The wife and I have been getting on and playing a little bit here and there, and she may even join the stream every once and again, but not that often. So we'll see how it goes this morning with Farm Together. Very peaceful, very chill farming game that allows you to visit other people's farms and build your own farm. So today I'm going to give you a tour of the game a little bit and a tour of my farm, and we'll do some farming. I'm pretty far along. My farm, I believe, is a level 68 farm, so that's pretty far into the game, but the max level is 250, so, and I mean, I've been grinding with some serious stuff here recently, so, as you can see here, you can customize your farmer. If you have I do have all the DLCs, so, it was that good of a game. I had to get them. The DLCs unlock new outfits, new things like that, and as you level up, you'll be able to also unlock different designs as well. I think I'm gonna go with this one today. It's one of my favorites. I just like the color combination. You also do facial, and I'm gonna change my fedora today. Yeah, we'll do that today. That looks good. Save. Anyways, you can go to like your hair, your hats, your glasses, your back bling. I have the acoustic guitar back bling, which is kind of nice. I like it a lot. So, and there's lots of options here for you ladies out there as well. There's a lot of cute backpack options, like cute little pigs and stuff like that. So, again, really interesting, kind of a cool concept there. You can also do emotes. You can change the way your tractor looks. You won't start the game with a tractor, but you can eventually get to the point where you can customize your tractor, everything about it, the details on it. I went with a John Deere look. Yeah, I'm just a big fan of John Deere, so. And then you can even customize your pet. You can have a cat or a dog or a parrot if you have the DLC. But as you can see, I'm almost unlocked nearly everything with the pets. So I like my little black cat Whiskers here. He's been with me since the beginning, so I'm going to keep him that way. Alright, so we're going to go to resume, because we already loaded up my farms, but you can go to my farms. This has all your save games in it and stuff like that. And we're going to go to Battlefield Farm, yep, level 68. Now, the really cool thing about this game is that you can join other people's farms. So if you leave it on public, when you're there, people can come to your farm and help you do chores, do quests, do replow, replant, whatever, harvest your flowers, fishing. There's so much depth to this game that I just never imagined at the beginning that I would be that way. I'm gonna have to adjust where my camera is at. There we go, that's better. I have to be able to see my quests and everything. Okay, so these are houses that you can build throughout the game, and it allows you to open up a whole new. You can't open them up right away, because they're kind of one of those things that you have to level up to get them. These are the recipes you can make. I like to stick with ones I know I can do. do these quests over here is to pay for tickets for you to be able to pay your farm hands. They do a lot of work for you. They're very helpful. I have them set up over here in the trees to help me pick trees. There's one of my helpers right now. You pay them with tickets and they pick the trees for free. And you can pay up to 4 hours. Whenever a tree has that basket next to it, or your crop has a basket next to it, that means it's ready to be picked. Same thing with flowers. The fish will have a hook next to them or on their square that tells you they're ready to be harvested, is a better word for it. But anyways, you can kind of see if I hit L1, this is kind of the layout of my farm so far. And even though we've done quite a bit, as you can tell, there's still a lot of gray sections left for us to do stuff with. My wife and I have been seriously grinding on this game, and it just feels like there's so much left to do, so much left to discover. And that excites me about being able to continue playing this game, and it's got really good like playability and replayability. It's not going to get it's not going to get boring, because there's always going to be something to do. These are pineapple. As you can tell, we've got sprinklers going here finally on everywhere on this field. It's really exciting. It took us a long time to get to that point. Sprinklers cost you 1 ribbon piece, which you can't even unlock ribbons until later on in the game, so I'm excited that we're there at least. Put gas in your tractor, just like in real life. One good thing is you don't have to pay for it, which is really nice compared to real life. So the season changed from autumn to fall. So this, we'll take a quick tour and then we'll get off the street this morning because I've got some other stuff I need to do. I just wanted to do a quick little you can tell the variety of crops though is pretty intense. And the more that you harvest a certain kind of crop, the more it levels up, the more profit you can get from it, the more different hybrid plants you can earn and plant those for more profit. Like, these are the, I can't pronounce that word, but it's a different type of tomato that was unlocked through gameplay, and it earns me more money than the normal tomatoes because it's an exotic type of tomato. Nope, alright, yeah. Happens a lot in this game. As you can see, that only filled me up about 3/4 of the tank. After you play for a while, you kind of memorize where everything's at without having to really think about where you're going. And that's really nice and convenient. And yes, it does get harder and harder to maintain the farm by yourself. That's why it's always good to have a buddy. Like I said, my wife, we like playing this together. It makes sense to farm together, do more than one person. Sunflowers, in my opinion, are one of the most profitable plants in the game until you get to some of the really late game plants. So early game, they're a really good plant to put in there and use as often as you can, especially if you're going to be away. The game runs on real time, so you can plant something and then leave the game and come back and it will be ready to go, like you see in here. Excuse me. These are plants that when I planted last night and left the game to go to bed and then wake up this morning, and now they're all done for us to be able to harvest and get together and do that stuff. Yes, ma'am? Took everything. Usually I'll replant, but right now it's like just trying to get through here and collect me some money. As you can tell, we're doing pretty well up there top right. We've got a little over 16 million. And our diamond count is doing well. The diamond count allows you to buy exotic decorations, things like that for your farm, like these archways that we got here, these Venetian archways, and you can tell in between them they've got little purple ropes. Those also cost diamonds. These stations, these point of interest stations that allow you to fast travel, those cost diamonds, and sometimes cost medals, which you can earn through completing quests and turning in goods to certain stations. So here's my tree farm to our left. We got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm not actually going to go pluck some of those winter trees because I got specific one that gives me diamonds. This one right here. Fruit trees typically give you fruit. There's a few trees that give you grain, like rice. The other ones give you mushrooms to be able to sell back. And this is a mushroom tree right here. It's called a withered tree, and it gives you mushrooms because it's dead and decaying. This cotton candy tree that gives you candy and allows you to be, get sweets and stuff. There's the rice fields. Here's the fishing barn. And what's nice about this one, I've got the little farmhand out there on this island. He's fishing away whenever a fish pops up, so I don't have to stress about that and get over here to get that. And he's pretty loaded up, so we're good. The farmhand will farm anything in a 13 by 13 square. Anything. This is the sweet shop. You can turn in your little honey comb or candy or ribbons, which I always like to do. The ribbons are one of the most important currencies you can get in this game. These ones give you diamonds. 80 diamonds per. Turning some nuts. We got lots of nuts. Look at that. That's a lot. So you can tell it's not hard to get diamonds. What's hard is managing them and making sure that you're constantly doing something and turning it in. So it's a simulation game, but you really have to be on the game and playing and doing in order to make serious money. Let's look at that top right hand corner. We're fixing to complete a quest. Those poppies. And we get ribbons for that. Our ribbon count's up there with 37. So we're looking pretty good with ribbons. When you hear that twinkle sound, that means you've caught a golden nugget. A golden nugget you can exchange later on in the game for any kind of object that you might want in the game. For instance, if you needed flowers for a quest or something like that, or you needed like a couple more honey to complete that ribbon that you're wanting, or you can buy ribbons straight up from there. the part of the game that's it's a simulation game, so you're gonna have to do some labor and some love if you want your farm to look really nice. So that's just it. You have to harvest, have to feed your animals, or get the animals from the one of these sparklies. All these different varieties of flowers, and this isn't even close to all of them. We're in the process of moving our animals. We just bought 2 more plots last night, so there's a lot of barren land over here that we are fixing up for our animals. Yes, I have to admit that feeding the animals is probably the most expensive part of the game, but if you have not that many of them, it's not that expensive. But as you start to get more and more animals and have to get more and more animals, because the game kind of forces you to, unless you want to be grinding for 4 or 5 days on one quest. I'm talking about obscene numbers of animals, like it's asking you for like 200 rabbits or 150 chickens or something like that. So you eventually want to get comfortable enough with your money that you're able to spend some of that. Ducks. All different varieties of chickens. I think we are missing one variety of chicken. I can't remember. We don't have any donkeys yet. They're supposed to be donkeys. We don't have any alpacas like llamas yet. But we're working on all that. We bought the land purposefully for that. So buying land expansions cost diamonds, and they gradually get more and more expensive the more you buy. Alright, last place is just this last little bit here. Because I have the fantasy pack, we have griffins. And the griffins lay eggs, which too can be turned in just like the chickens can be turned in. Their eggs and stuff can be turned in. All different varieties of pigs. We're on a huge quest with these types of pigs right over here, so we're trying to, we bought them in a large bulk. Which eventually we want to do with all these pigs. You know, you're going to want to have each and every one of them represented the same way. You just kind of right now take what you can get or what you can afford. The early game struggle is real in this game though. I can remember when the wife and I struggled just to make our first million. And then we made $1 million, we were like, yay, that's awesome. And then we went to somebody else's farm and they had like billions of dollars. And I was like, oh God. So you have to be rabbits give you vegetables. They give you like carrots. I think is what I would term them as probably. as you can see with this quest, we got 140 of those to get. So that's an obscene number of rabbits. We didn't buy enough to do it all in one round, but we did buy enough to where we'll shorten that quest probably by about a day. Alright. Pretty much it for my farm. I don't have a whole lot else. We're kind of just, like I said, a work in progress. And as you can tell, the struggle is real to get stuff done in here. So I'm going to go ahead and wish y'all a good day and turn off the stream, and I'll see you all later.